Hello friends and welcome back. My name is Logan with West Desert Wheeler, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a couple Class 2 runs with my Rock Pirates RC Interceptor built on Vanquish Products parts. Today we are at the North vs. South Utah RC Crawling Championship in Southern Utah for our Round 2 qualifier to get you to the North vs. South Finals. What we are doing is all of our top 20 finishes at every qualifier get an invite to the finals, where we will have the North Utah and the South Utah drivers meet up and go head to head in the competition on course. Today's going to be a fun one, but I need to send a big shout out and thank you to our event sponsors. We've got G-Speed, Shift RCs, Rock Pirates RC, Reefs RC, UC Fab, West Valley Hobbies, Sky RC Hobby Shop, Radz Hobbies, Axial, Deez Company, and Spec RC. So let's get into these two Class 2 runs. One thing I want to throw out is that I helped design these courses and set these beforehand, so this doesn't really affect anyone else in the competition. I just like to go out and drive with my friends and see how I stack up against them. So here we are at the start line of my first of two courses that we have set out here. Cruising up gate 1, no problem, and here we are going into a steep drop for gate number 2. One thing about my truck is it's got Vanquish F10 portal axles, and man, do those axles have some excellent steering angle. You can also see those beautiful Spec RC comp cut wheels. That is a new set of wheels that I have added to the truck recently, so those are very shiny and looking great. Thank you very much, Spec RC. Also need to send a thank you to Deez Company, as well as Rock Pirates RC and Reefs RC, and of course filling up my Pro Line tires there are SL3D squid inserts, 3D printed tire inserts. So that's kind of the rundown on what's going on with my truck. I do have a brushless Hobby Wing axe system in here, so this truck is not really a lightweight. I do have the Vanquish Products F10 brass portal covers up front. But man, this thing has been absolutely slaying lines out here, having fun while crawling around with my friends, and also during competition it's been doing very well. So real happy with the truck's current setup. I believe I'm like 7 pounds 2 ounces right now. I would like to get that down maybe low 6s if possible, so I may end up swapping out my VFD transmission for a deluxe transmission. We will see what happens in the future, but for now, the truck is performing excellent despite it being a little bit heavy on, in my opinion. But getting through this side hill here, and then we're going to go up. I believe this is gate 7, if I'm not mistaken, and it's going to lead us over into our optional bonus lines. So this location is by the St. George Regional Airport, and we call these rocks the airport. So that's what this comp was labeled as. Here we are going down a very steep drop with, you know, kind of an aggressive landing here. Hang on as long as you can and then throttle out once you hit the bottom. Check out how my truck was able to rotate right there. Again, that excellent steering angle, some good overdrive, and a little bit of throttle manipulation to get that thing spun right around and cruised right back up the bonus, no winch necessary. Even in setting these gates, there were times where I really struggled to get up that ledge, but on occasion, like where you just saw in the video, I was able to crawl right up it. I know that quite a few people struggled on that and not everyone made it. So Rock Pirates Interceptor kicking some ass out here on the rocks. Of course, we can see the little ones out here hanging out with everybody. These are family-friendly events. We've got Cody in the background as well as Mason, so thanks so much to them and their parents for coming out and supporting the events. Always happy to have all of our friends show up out there on the rocks and have a good time. Here we are cruising up through gate number 9, very jagged ledge here where I've got to get my front tire set and throttle up and out. And we're going to spin back around and head towards gate number 10. Now, if you're counting points like I am, I have not backed up, I have not hit a gate, I have not had to upright, I've not needed to winch. That means I've got a perfect Class 2 run that we are about to see come to an end right here as I pass through gate number 10. Real excited about that. It's not often I get a perfect run, and yeah, pretty much celebrating the fact that I pulled it off. Again, getting back to the fact that I did set these courses, so it doesn't mean a whole lot compared to everybody else if someone else were to get one. But here we are getting some stretches in. We got Dustin from Deez Company out here ready to cast down judgment on my next run. Also got Cameron to his left, and Cameron's gonna check out what I'm able to come up with on these lines for this course. Here we go, headed up this ledge, and then I'm gonna get my front settled and then throttle through a little bit to get that belly up and over. One thing I want to mention is that we did have quite a few people from Axial. Now, Axial is an event sponsor, and we've had multiple of the Axial guys come out and support our events. So thanks so much for Rich Trujillo for making the trip out, along with his wife. They were able to make it out to the event. So thanks so much, guys. I know it's not close by, so I appreciate you guys taking the time to come out here and check out one of our events. We also had RD from Axial, as well as Wyatt. So lots of Axial representation out here at the comps. Thanks so much, it means a ton to me, and we really appreciate it. Now we are taking a look at heading up an ugly bonus line that my buddy Cameron from Desert RC actually set. Desert RC is a YouTube channel as well, and on Instagram, so be sure to check out Cameron at all of his outlets. You can see there, after making that bonus climb, I try and use as much throttle as possible to get to the next gate and save some time in between gates. This is the only gate on these courses that I really struggled with, and so I got the front up and I'm trying to get the skid plate centered up in that notch as much as possible. End up just a little too bellied out, and I end up tapping that cone on my way through. So I decide to turn down and around and then do a U-turn and head on up that rock ledge. So that one got me there, and you know, it happens. That's what we're here to do. You gotta hit cones. That's how we separate the field. And it's always a fine line setting courses of trying to make it difficult for the pros, as well as accessible for the new guys who are, you know, new to the comp. So right here, getting so dangerously close to 3. But I can tell you, from my perspective, I never saw it hit it, and I'm just getting around outside that thing, that Rock Pirates RC metal slider right next to it. But as far as I could tell, never did tap that cone. So extremely lucky, but the truck pulled through and got me out of there. Now we're doing a steep descent onto a couple rocks that are kind of stacked right there, and then we're going to cut hard left into the next gate, which is a V-crack. Always my favorite types of obstacles to get into, stay balanced, and cruise on up. So that one's a little bit tricky with how we got a setup there where we had to turn hard into that crack, and you just want to make sure you land your tires right where they need to be to get the truck balanced. Nice little incline off camber climb there, and then we're going to cruise down to another nice steep ledge here. Good breakover. Just want to make sure we get the throttle going to get the belly up and over. And a little bit skidded out there, but tires got traction. And then I'm trying to remember where I want to go next after this. Again, staying on throttle, trying to get through here, and ultimately just get through the course in our 6-minute time limit. We have standardized that all of our courses this year will be 6-minute time limits in all classes, so trying to help get through things a little bit quicker. We do have some excellent turnouts at every event, which I am very thankful for. However, when you have 70+ drivers lined up to go on course, shaving an extra minute or 2 off of everyone's course time limit can help keep things moving through the day, as well as it's pretty standard for the larger comps to use 6-minute time limits. So trying to, you know, get people accustomed to being in a hurry in between gates. And here we are cruising out of 10, another double bonus gate course where I ended up clipping 1 cone. So between these 2 runs, I hit 1 cone. So a total of -30 according to our point system. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the content on the North vs. South series. Be sure to check out my friend Alec at High Noon Hobby. He actually filmed these runs for me, and thank you very much, Alec. Alec has a ton of excellent content here on YouTube of RC crawling and also the North vs. South series. So be sure to go over there, get subscribed, and follow along with what he's posting. We will see you guys in the next one. Keep the rubber side down.